In this video, I will show you guys how I made $1,000 in 3 minutes from day trading options in the stock market. This trade I'm talking about was on SPX, that is the S&P 500 index, and in this video I will be doing a complete breakdown of the higher time frame, the shorter time frame, my entries and exits, and my P&L for the day, so make sure that you guys watch this video till the end. Let's first start with my game plan for the day that I post every single market open day on our Discord group, so if you guys want to be part of our Discord group, the link will be in the description box below. On this day, 25th of Feb, I was watching 3 stocks in one index, HC, SPX, Tesla, and SQ. I was watching HC and SQ because they both reported earnings and they were gapping up after the earnings. I watched Tesla every single day, that's why I was watching Tesla, and SPX closed really strong the prior day, and that's why I was watching SPX for a break towards the upside or maybe towards the downside if the market decides to sell off. Let's first start with the breakdown of SPX and why I was watching SPX for the day. I was watching SPX mainly because on the daily chart, on the 1-day chart that is in front of you, it's been making lower highs and lower lows for the past 6 days. What I mean is that this low high is lower than this high is lower than this high, and so on. Similarly, if you focus on low of the day, this low is lower than this low is lower than this low is lower than this low, and so on. But on Friday, that is 25th of February, the market was gapping up, so most likely SPX would open green for the day. So what I mean is that market was gapping up on Friday, SPX opened around $4,300 level. That means it officially makes a new high of the day, a new daily high. And that means it's been breaking the trend for the past 6 days, because for the past 6 days, it's been making lower highs, but on Friday, finally, it was making a new high on the daily chart. And I also mentioned this in our Discord group that we have been making lower lows and lower highs for the past 6 days, but we might make a new daily high today. The levels I was watching are the previous day high. The previous day high was around 42.95. So I was looking for a bounce play at 42.95 and a break towards the upside for the break of 4300. The next levels we have on the daily chart are 43.50 and 43.60 towards the upside. But if the market decides to sell off, I was watching 42.20 towards the downside because we have the pivot low right here, which is approximately $42.20 level. I also broke down this exact play for the bounce of 42.95 and the break of 4300 towards the upside in our pre-market webinar that we have every single market open day for our Discord group. Let's now take a look at the 1-minute chart, look at my entries and exits, and play the recording of this trade. But before we do that, make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and hit the bell notifications because it helps out the channel a lot and it takes a lot of time to make these kind of videos. Here's a 1-minute chart of SPX within the first 10-15 minutes of market open, and you guys can see right at the open, we opened green for the day. So that means we officially make a new 1-day high as I mentioned. So we broke the downtrend that we have been holding for the past 6 days. For the past 6 days, we have been making lower highs and lower lows, but finally on Friday, on 25th of February, we made a new 1-day high. And my game plan worked out perfectly right here because if we focus, my game plan was to enter at the previous day high because the previous day high was around $42.95 right here. Within the first 2 minutes of market open, we pulled back to previous day high. I was watching the level 2 of SPY. I also got a question that when I'm trading SPX, where do I look at level 2? Because you can't look at the level 2 of SPX because that is an index. When I'm trading SPX, I'm either looking at the level 2 of ES, that is the S&P 500 futures, or I'm looking at the level 2 of SPY. So that means I'm trading the options on SPX, but I'm looking at the level 2 of SPY or ES. Now coming back to my entries and exits, at 9:31 a.m. I saw a lot of support and a lot of buying around the previous day high, which was around $42.95 level on SPX. I entered my calls position right here and I rode this towards the upside. I also made a hotkey mistake on this trade, so let's now jump onto the trade recording of this trade and see where I entered, where I exited, and my mistake on this trade. Now here's a recording of my trade on SPY, but before we jump onto the recording, let's first take a look at the layout and my time in sales because that is very important for this trade. This is the 1-minute chart, this is the 5-minute chart in front of you, pretty straightforward. But these two time in sales, the first time in sales at the top only shows me orders above 75 shares. This time in sales at the bottom, this shows me orders above 1000 shares. So when I'm trading SPY, I mainly focus on the time in sales at the bottom because SPY has a lot of volume. When I'm trading a stock like Amazon or Tesla, I focus on both the time in sales because on Amazon, even 100 shares is quite a big lot on Amazon. But if I'm trading an ETF like SPY or QQQ, I mainly focus on where the big orders are going. That means I'm looking at the time in sales at the bottom of the screen. Yes, I'm looking at the time in sales at the top as well, but because a lot lot of orders are going through on the time and sales at the top. I want to see where the big orders are going through. Let's now play this recording and see what happened within the first 2 minutes of market open. This is the yesterday high. This dotted line, that is the 42.95 level on SPX, but I'm watching the level 2 of SPY. This dotted line is the yesterday's high. Whenever SPY comes under yesterday high, first of all, we are not seeing any big orders under the yesterday high, but the big orders are going through around 428.74, 428.74, 428.85. That means orders are going through above the $428.7 level. So when I enter this position, my stop loss is the break of 428.7, because I know the big money players, the big players are placing their orders above 428.7 and 428.65 to be on the safer side. And that is the reason I entered my position. I only entered 2 contracts and trading 43.20 calls, and my fill price was 13.4. My strategy on this trade is that if I get a good move in my favor, if SPX breaks $4,300 level towards the upside, because at this point SPX was at 42.95, I will add on to my position. I will add 1 or 2 more contracts to my position. You guys can see right here that my entry was right around the bottom of this candle. I got a really good move in my favor. My premiums are already up. My strategy on this trade is that I want to add to my position if we see the break of high of the day, before the break of high of the day. When I saw that 429 is holding, I wanted to add on to my position. I wanted to add 1 more contract to my position, but by mistake I clicked my hotkey to sell 1 contract. That's why I sold 1 contract at a fill price of 14.8. I was just left with 1 more contract now. By the time I realized that I sold my contract, we had a crazy move towards the upside, because if we fast forward this recording, I never got a good entry. In the next 10 seconds we saw a crazy push towards the upside. There was no point to add to my position now, because the premiums are already very jacked up. After holding this position for around 3 minutes, my profit target on this trade is 431, which was approximately 43.20 on SPX. Because I took 43.20 calls, there was a reason behind taking this call position, because my profit target was a break or maybe the test of 43.20 towards the upside. When I saw the rejection of 431 on SPY and 43.20 on SPX, we were just around 43.20 on SPX. I covered my last contract, my 1 remaining contract, at a fill price of 21.5, overall making around $1,000 on this trade with a hold time of less than 3 minutes. Now if you guys ask me why I only took 2 contracts, or my plan was to take 3 contracts because I made a hotkey error, that is because I'm trading within the first 5 minutes of market open, and this is not my strategy. My strategy is to go with the trend. At the moment when I entered this position, I'm trying to enter calls right at the bottom, so I'm trying to catch a reversal towards the upside. That is the first reason I lowered my position sizing on this trade. The second reason is that if you guys have watched my past 2-3 videos, you guys know that February has been a very difficult month for day trading. Not difficult, it's a different month, because the stocks are very volatile. The stocks are moving from low of the day to high of the day to low of the day in a matter of few minutes. That's why I'm lowering my position sizing, especially when I'm trading within the first 5 minutes of market open. My risk on this trade was risking around $300 to $400, and especially if you're trading same day expiry contracts on SPX, they can be very volatile. So if I would have seen the rejection of 428.6 or 428.5, I was expecting to lose around $300 to $400 on 2 contracts on SPX, and that was my stop loss. And that is pretty much it, guys. That was my only trade for the day, my first and the last trade for the day, one and done, because that was a Friday. I was not willing to push it. For the week, I had a whole green week last week. That means I was green on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On Monday the market was closed. I posted about that on my Instagram, so if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you're missing out on a lot of day trading content. The link will be in the description box below. Let's jump back to my PNL. I made around $1,000 within the first 5 minutes of market open from day trading on a Friday, which is the amazing part of day trading. To be honest, I could have easily made $2,000 to $3,000 on this trade if I would have added on to my position, but because I made a hotkey error, I was happy with my profits and I called it a day, because I know hotkey errors happen in day trading, but the worst thing you can do is then revenge trade and then chase the stock and then lose your profits for the day. I was not willing to do that, and I decided to call it off. That is it, guys. But before you go, make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notifications if you are new, because I'm releasing 2 to 3 new videos on day trading every single week. Again, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, make sure that you follow me there, because I'm posting a lot of good day trading content behind the scenes of a day trader on Instagram as well. The link will be in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.